Hi, in this video I'd like to talk about the 3 keys necessary to find success. So often we look at people that we deem successful and wonder how they did it. Like, what was the magic potion that allowed them to have the level of success that they have? When what we first need to do is determine what success is for us as an individual. See, oftentimes there's many of us that would see somebody driving on the street in an expensive fancy car and go, oh my gosh, that person's successful, look at the car they're driving. Or we see somebody living in a lavish home and say, oh my gosh, that person has success. Or there's those of us that might look at the person that gets to work from home and lives in a modest home, drives a modest car, doesn't have a lot of extra finances, but gets to spend the time with the people they love most, and some of us might define that as successful. So what is it that makes that you deem success? When you think of the things that equal success, what are they? List those out and create that category. And that's the first key, is what are your values? So what is success to you? What is important to you? What really matters? What is it that you're looking to achieve in life? And that's going to fall under your value system. So, as a business owner and opportunity, I'm looking to impact my clients' lives. I want to do what I can to create as much value for those people that are watching this video and things like that. And as a parent, I might look at as success based on the rapport that I have with my kids and the relationship that we have. And then as a partner, I look at the success that I have in the relationships based on the amount of value that I give to the other person, my partner in my relationship. So what are those values for you? Are the values with your family, your kids, your spouse, and with your work ethic as well? So get a defined list of what your values are. The next thing we're going to talk about is what are your passions? What are the things that you love to do? What are the things that you jump out of bed in the morning and are excited to, the tasks that you're excited to check off your list first because you have the most fun doing it? So the second thing we're going to look at is what are your passions? So what are the things that you find fun that you don't think of as work? And although other people might look at that and go, man, I could never do that, or you could sit there and spend hours and time just goes by as if it was minutes, and you kind of get lost in that. For example, many of us look at physical fitness as fun. There's a lot of people that will spend hours at the gym working out and they just love it. They couldn't get enough of it. Where there's some of us that look at going to the gym as a chore and they dread it. So, what is it that is your passion? Let's figure that out. Let's brainstorm some things that you're passionate about. Teachers and mentors often take their personal time and they give it to their students or the people that they're helping to coach and everything else. And those are things that they find that they're passionate about. They're passionate about helping others. So they will give all the free time that they have to them to doing that because they are so passionate about it. So figure out what your passions are. What are a list of your passions? What are a list of your values? Then the third thing is, what are the things that you're innately good at? We all have unique skills. We all have talents that we were born with, that we just show up and we're just naturally good at that. So the third thing is our skills. The things that we show up to and just have this ability to do and do extremely well. Well, you'll notice if you take and make a circle around each one of these skills, there's going to be a section where each one of those overlap. And that right here is your key to success. So once you've created a list of values, once you've created a list of different skills that you have, and you've created a list of passions that you have, you find where those 3 things intersect, and it's that is going to be your success spot, your what I refer to as your greatness zone. So that's your greatness zone. And then you take a look at the world and say, how do I, and in what area of the world do I want to show up in as my greatest self? So once you can figure this out, then you can figure out the needs of the world and how you fit within it. So if you're looking at it from a religious standpoint and you're trying to say, how can I give to my church, or how can I give back to my community? Well, you take your greatness zone and you can find a fit or a need within that community to give back. If you take a look at your job and your work, you can find a way that your greatness zone will fit into a career. And it might not be the career that you're currently in. That's what I found. I found myself working into a factory in a job that I just wasn't being fulfilled at. It wasn't meeting my passions. It was something I was fairly skilled at, and it met my financial aspect of values, but it didn't meet the time requirement that I had for the time with my family. So I wasn't able to spend the amount of time with my family and kids that I really wanted to. So there's two areas where my job didn't fit my greatness zone. So what I did is I found this career that met all three. It gave me the finances I need. It gave me the time I needed with my family. It's something I was passionate about, going out and helping other people, like I talked about with teachers before, and it met some of the skills that I had. So I was able to find a greatness zone and then find a need in the world and apply it. So that's the thought process that goes through Life Possibilities and through the Life Leader, and everything that I teach is this basic idea. How do you find your values? How do you find your passions? How do you find your skills? And then how do you create a plan to show up to the world with the information that you gather there? So I hope that helps you. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.